Hello, you're watching ERi-TV and welcome to English News Broadcast. These are the top stories. 2 patients diagnosed positive for COVID-19 in tests carried out today. Mr. Yemana conducted seminar to nationals in Germany. The global COVID-19 cases exceed 242 million. And North Korea test fires suspected ballistic missile. The local news. We have an announcement from the Ministry of Health. 2 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 in tests carried out today at testing stations in the central region. On the other hand, 5 patients who have been receiving medical treatment in hospitals in the central region have fully recovered and have been discharged from these facilities. The total number of recovered patients has accordingly increased to 6,682, while the number of deaths stands at 45. And the total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has increased to 6,778. Ministry of Health, Asmara, October 19, 2021. The presidential advisor, Mr. Yemana conducted a seminar to nationals in Germany focusing on the objective situation in the homeland and regional as well as global developments. The seminar that was conducted in Gießen on October 16 was attended by a number of nationals residing in various cities of Germany. Mr. Yemana gave extensive briefing on 4 basic topics, including national interest in security, political and media, as well as diplomatic activities and economic situation, stating that, quote, conscious, integrated, solid, and effective national organizations and activities are the foundations of our victories, and, quote, Mr. Yemana expressed that the potency that demonstrated miracle during the armed struggle for independence and safeguarding the national sovereignty will mark novel history in this new era. Mr. Yemana also gave proper answer to questions forwarded by participants. The participants commended for the briefing. They were provided and expressed readiness to reinforce contribution and participation in national development drives as well as in national affairs. In related news, the Eritrean ambassador to the European Union and Benelux countries, Mr. Nagasi Kassa, organized seminar on October 16 at 17 to nationals in Amsterdam and Rotterdam, the Netherlands, on the objective situation in the homeland as well as regional developments. Ambassador Nagasi highlighted the contribution the Eritrean people demonstrated during the and after the armed struggle for Eritrea's independence and gave extensive briefing on the regional developments and the responsibility of every national in the emerging new era. The participants said seminars will have significant contribution in developing their understanding of national, regional developments and call for its sustainability. The Youth Cultural and Sports Week organized by the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students branch in the North-Eritrea region has been concluded on October 17. The event was held for these 3 weeks, this is according to reports. The Cultural and Sports Week was conducted from September 25 to October 17 and included a popular campaign, voluntary blood donation, and seminars. At the concluding ceremony conducted in Ginda town, it was stated that 522 youths participated in various sports activities, debating contests, general knowledge competitions, and voluntary blood donation activities. Mr. Dejan Gebru, head of the newest branch in the Ginda subzone, said the objective of the Cultural and Sports Week was to empower the youth and commended all parties for realizing the program. Mr. Salah Ahmeddin, the chairman of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students, called on the youth to develop their capacity and reinforce contribution in the development of the country. The governor of the North-Eritrea region, Ms. Asmeret Abraha, pointed out that the Cultural and Sports Week attested to the sports potential in the region and expressed the regional administration's readiness to extend capacity-level contribution in organizing such programs. Prizes were awarded to winning individuals at the conclusion of the event. The Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare branch in the Southern Eritrea region extended educational material to 600 needy students in the region. Speaking to Arena, Mr. Tasfa Mariam Berhe, head of the branch office, said the objective of the support was to enhance students' school enrollment as well as ensuring equal educational opportunity to all citizens. The parents of the beneficiary students expressed appreciation for the support they were provided and expressed readiness to conduct sustainable follow-up on the school performance of their children. Now back with international news after a short break. Welcome back. The global COVID-19 cases have exceeded 242 million, with the death toll hitting 4.9 million as of today. This according to latest data from World Meters. As intensified fight, a total of 6.3 billion vaccine doses had been administered across the world as of today, according to the dashboard. The confirmed COVID-19 case in the United States topped 45.9 million as of today, with the death toll surpassing 746,500, according to Johns Hopkins University. In Russia, more than 33,700 people have tested positive for COVID-19 in the last 24 hours, bringing its total COVID-19 case to more than 8 million. This according to official figures released today. UK confirmed a total of more than 8.5 million COVID-19 cases, and the country recorded a total of more than 138,000 deaths. This according to the official Monitoring and Response Center. North Korea fired what appeared to be a submarine-launched ballistic missile towards the sea of its eastern coast, South Korea's military said, with Japan saying 2 missiles were launched. The launch comes as diplomats tried to push Pyongyang back to the negotiating table over denuclearization. One ballistic missile was launched at about 10:17 a.m. local time today from the vicinity of Sinpo, this according to South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff. North Korea has a submarine base as well as equipment for test-firing submarine-launched ballistic missile in the area and has previously launched other types of missiles from there. The South Korea's National Security Council, which had held a 70-minute meeting following the launch and expressed deep regret at the test. In Japan, Prime Minister Fumio Kishida described the North's recent series of missile tests as regrettable. Likewise, the U.S. military today condemned North Korea for the launch and called on the country to quote-unquote refrain from any further destabilizing acts. Several houses were on fire in a town on Spain's La Palma Island today as the Canberra Vigia volcano threw up more lava into the air. Streams of lava have laid waste to more than 742 hectares of land and destroyed almost 2,000 buildings on La Palma since the volcano started erupting on September 19. About 7,000 people have been evacuated from their homes on the island, which has about 83,000 inhabitants and forms parts of the Canary Island archipelago of northwestern Africa. Last week, a 4.5 magnitude earthquake rocked the island, this according to the Spanish National Geographic Institute. Russia and China held joint naval drills in the Sea of Japan as part of naval cooperation between the two countries from October 14 to 17, involving warships and support vessels from Russia's Pacific Fleet. A group of 10 naval vessels from China and Russia sailed through a strait separating Japan's main island and its northern island of Hokkaido yesterday, the Japanese government said, adding that it is closely watching such activities. It was the first time Japan has confirmed the passage of Chinese and Russian naval vessels sailing together through the Sugari Strait, which separates the Sea of Japan from the Pacific. While the strait is regarded as international waters, Japan's ties with China have long been plagued by conflicting claims over the group of tiny East China Sea islands. Moscow and Beijing have cultivated closer ties, military and diplomatic ties, in recent years, at a time when relations with the West have soured. And a reminder of the top stories. 2 patients diagnosed positive for COVID-19 tests carried out today. Mr. Yamana conducted a seminar to nationals in Germany. The global COVID-19 case exceeds 242 million. And North Korea test fires suspected ballistic missile. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.